Well, it's me again. And I gotta tell you, I've had a little bit of a bad experience this week. My marketplace has let me down. I love marketplace. Everything that I have gotten for my camping excursion has either been from my attic or marketplace. And I have had fabulous luck. I mean, fabulous. I have bought a refrigerator, I've bought a mattress, I've bought a bunch of really good stuff. This was the first bad one. So, Mr. No and I got in the car, drove to practically another state to buy a cot because I've been looking for a cot to put in my hypothetical van for my hypothetical camping trips. So we get the cot. It looks good. It smells good. Gave it the sniff test. I think it's all good. It was really reasonably priced. Bring that baby home. Well, I don't have a van yet to get all set with, so I set it out in the driveway and brought out my 4-inch trifold mattress and laid that on there. And I thought, it's a beautiful sunny day. I'm just gonna lay down on this and just relax and see how it feels. So I lay out in the driveway like an insane person on a cot. I'm laying there and all of a sudden I'm like, something is moving. Open my eyes, there's a few clouds. Yep, I definitely feel like I'm moving. This is not good. Now, I've had this experience before, but it was in the 70s and there were some extenuating circumstances. Actually, I'm not going to go into it, but I think you get the point. So I decide, well, there's nothing to do. I'm just going to lay here. So I just laid there. And sure enough, over the course of a minute or so, I went down. The fabric had split between the aluminum post and where it's sewn on, split. And so the whole portion where I'm the widest, which is like in the hip area, I'm down on the ground. I hit cement. So I'm laying there thinking, how the hell am I going to get out of this cot? Because I'm like really, really wonky stuck in there. And wouldn't you know, the timing, Mr. No comes out. He's like, well, first of all, why are you laying in the driveway on a cot? I'm like, just never mind. He said, it looks like you could use some help. No, I do not need any help. And then he stands there. He doesn't get the point. When you say, no, I don't need any help, in that voice, no, I don't need any help, that means you have to leave, because actually I do need help, but I'm going to be doing it myself. And it's not going to be pretty. It's like a freaking military maneuver for me to get my fat ass out of the cot on the driveway. So no, he stands there. So I start trying to get out. And anyway, it was ugly. It didn't end well. I had to have words with Mr. No about how he is not understanding the code for no, I didn't need any help. Anyway, so I'm talking to Sarcastic Girl. This Sarcastic Girl is what I call the oldest daughter because it's her superpower. It doesn't matter what is coming out of her mouth. If she's talking to me, it's sarcastic. So when she's not looking or listening, I call her Sarcastic Girl. So anyway, I'm talking to Sarcastic Girl and I'm saying, now that I'm a hypothetical camper, I need to be able to find these things closer to home because I spend a hell of a lot of gas to get over to get this damn cot that did not have a weight limit on it, just so you know. I did read it. It didn't have any kind of a weight limit. And I probably would have ignored it anyway, let's be real, but oh, whatever. Anyway, so I'm complaining. I need to find someplace closer to home. I need an outlet for my sportiness. And my budget is small. And she's like, fine, mother, get in the car. I'm taking you to Janky Gear. Janky Gear. I haven't heard of that one. I said, okay, what is it? And she said, well, it's a used place that's all sporty, camping, outdoor gear, clothing, you name it, they've got it. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's me. I'm sporty. And she said, no, you're not sporty, but I'll take you there anyway. I am sporty. I am going to be sporty. As soon as I get enough sporty stuff, I'm sporty. That's how it works. Sporty stuff, sporty. Anyway, whatever. So we walk into this place and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the best. First of all, right out in front is a kayak. Now, I don't think I could have gotten into it, but it's the point. Bright orange kayak. Then they got camping chairs. They've got camping equipment. They've got you name it. And then in the center of the store are clothes, racks of clothes of all the sporty brands, all the, really the kind that put labels on the outside and you don't cut them off. I'm more like, if there's a label on the inside and there's an X involved, I'm whacking that baby right off. So anyway, I am in heaven. I'm like, this is the greatest. So we decide we're going to divide because she's looking at clothes and I got to look at camping gear. So I go up to the staff. They are flipping fabulous. And you know how you can tell they're fabulous? Because when a fat woman like me walks up and says, I'm looking for bear spray. And then you hear sarcastic girl from way over in the corner. WTF, mother? What are you bear spray? You're going to a Walmart parking lot. Anyway, she kept a completely straight face. That salesperson, she did. She was fabulous. She was just like, yes, okay. Well, we don't have any bear spray right now, but can I interest you in a foldable camp stove? So we go over and look at that. I was happy. She was respectful, unlike sarcastic girl who continued to comment through the whole damn shopping trip. Anyway, I was having a blast. I got over to the clothing. Finally, I got to the clothing. The whole back of the store is sleeping bags, tents, and things that I don't even know what the hell they are, but they looked cool. So I get up to the clothes and I'm looking and I'm like, sarcastic girl. And she's like, what? And I said, where are the bigger women's clothing? The plus size? And she's like, mother, sporty people aren't fat, which was a bit of a disappointment. But they did have a couple of XL, but there wasn't a 2X in that whole place, I don't think. So anyway, that was disappointing. So I headed over to the shoes, which was an education. I'm telling you. They had shoes, they have hiking shoes, they have biking shoes, they had rowing shoes, they have running shoes. They had some shoes that looked like you put your toes in, so all the toes were individual, and then it was all bumpy rubber on the bottom, but they were all flexible. It looked like a garden glove, frankly. It looked like garden gloves for your feet. Anyway, never seen those before. Amazing amount of strappy sandals, and by strappy sandals, I don't mean the kind you would make sure you had a pedicure before you put on your feet. I'm talking strappy hooks, all sorts of things. You could hardly see your feet through. There's so many strappies on these sandals. So anyway, it was a blast. I was having fun. Sarcastic Girl found a bunch of stuff that she decided she was sporty, so she's gonna wear. I ended up buying a battery pack, a zero goal something that I love that thing. And I can lift it, which is a plus. In the battery department, you got to watch out for that. So I got my zero goal battery pack. I got a camp stove the size of a lip gloss that is so cute, and an expandable fly swatter. Anyway, I'm happy. So we leave the store. As we're leaving, I'm saying, what is janky anyway? And Sarcastic Girl says, well, it's like used, worn, kind of quirky, a little awkward, kind of weird, like you, Mom. Thank you, dear. She said, no, really, it is kind of like you half used up and a little bit weird. And so she said, I'm going to call you Janky Jane. My middle name is Jane. Janky Jane. And we got to laughing at Janky Jane. Yeah, that'll be me, Janky Jane, because I'm going to live in that store. I'm telling you, I love that place. Love it. Anyway, that is what we have decided that I'm going to call my YouTube channel. Just Janky Jane, because it's just me, Janky and Jane. So anyway, I will keep you posted. Gotta get back to that store. And if you're in southern Minnesota, which I don't know that I'm supposed to tell you where I live, but anyway, you gotta find this place. It's fabulous. I'm not kidding. Steal some money from your husband. Take a trip. It's worth it. I'll keep you posted.